then we're just going to read this simple passage, then answer questions, and I give you the activity. Our engagement today will be very short. So I would request Esther to read, please. Esther. Esther. Esther, are you on? Okay, she's not. Raj, are you in noise or it is a quiet place? Raj.
Yes.
Could you read Musa?
Yes, sir.
Okay, read please.
Musa was one of the rich men in Busiwa village. He owned cows, goats, sheep, and 2 donkeys. Yokana, Musa's son, used to look after those animals every day. He always took the animals to graze. He would stay in the fields all day long. He got into a habit of calling for help even though he was not in danger. He would shout, "Lion, lion, please help, help, help." The lion has taken a goat. Yokana was grazing animals. Whenever he shouted, people came to help to chase away the lion, but they found none. They always warned him not to lie about something as serious as that, but he never listened. One day, a tiger came and grabbed a goat. Yokana shouted for help as he usually did, but this time nobody came to his help. The tiger killed 2 goats and a sheep and went away with another sheep. He went home feeling very miserable and scared that day. When he told the story to his family, everybody blamed him for being naughty and a liar.
Okay, thank you. Laura? Laura?
Yes, teacher.
Could you read?
The questions.
No, the passage from starting with Musa.
Musa was one of the rich men in Buaiswa village. He owned cows, goats, sheep, and 2 donkeys. Yokana, Musa's son, used to look after those animals every day. He always took the animals to graze. He would stay in the fields all day long. He got into a habit for calling for help even when he was not in danger. He would shout, "Lion, lion, please help, help, help. The lion has taken a goat." Yokana grazing animals, whenever he shouted, people came to help to chase away the lion, but they never found one. They always warned him not to lie about something as serious as that, but he never listened. One day, a tiger came and grabbed a goat. Yokana shouted for help as he usually did, but this time, no one came to help. The tiger killed 2 goats and a sheep and went away with another sheep. He went home feeling very miserable and scared that day. When his family, everybody blamed him for being naughty and a liar.
Thank you. Do we need to read again the passage? Kyle?
Yes.
Do we need to read the passage once again?
I don't think we need to.
Okay. Esther, do we need to read the passage once again?
No.
Okay, let's go. Question 1, Kyle, it is your answer. Kyle?
Question 1, where did Musa live? Musa lived in Waswa village. I'm sorry, Buwaiswa village. Buwaiswa village.
Okay, thank you. Esther, question 2. Esther? Is Esther on? Raj? Raj,
Yes, sir.
question 2.
Question 2. Did he have children? Yes, he had.
Could you give a name of the child he had?
Yokana.
Okay, thank you. Question 3, Laura.
Name some of the animals Musa had. Cows, goats, sheep, and donkeys.
Okay. The others sing where we're getting the answers from.
I can.
Okay, that's where Laura has got her answers from. Okay, we go on. Kyle, you go for question 4.
Question 4. Who used to help Yokana chase away the lion? The villagers used to help Yokana chase away the lion.
Sorry?
The question is, who used to help Yokana to chase away the lion? Answer is the villagers used to help Yokana chase away the lion.
No, it was question 4 as if. Was yours not question 4?
Oh, sorry, I'm reading question 5.
Okay.
Question 4, why was Yokana always calling for help? I think Yokana was always calling for help because maybe he was just bored of watching the animals.
Okay, thank you. Laura? Laura?
Yes, teacher.
Do you have the same answer to question 4?
I didn't. I wasn't around.
Okay, Kyle, could you repeat, please?
Question 4, why was Yokana always calling for help?
What was your answer?
My answer was, I think he always called for help because he was just bored.
Okay, Laura, what do you have to say?
Not sure if that answer is correct.
Sorry?
Not sure if it's correct.
It's correct, okay?
I'm not sure.
You're not sure?
Yes.
Okay, where's Esther? Is your mic okay now? Esther, are you part of the class? Raj? Raj? Okay. Kyle?
Yes,
Kyle?
teacher, yes.
Could you read what I have highlighted?
Okay. He got into a habit of calling for help even when he was not in danger.
That's the answer. Have you seen it?
Yes.
Because the question is, why was Yokana always calling for help? Because it was he had developed it as a habit. It was his habit to always call. Like it is a habit for you, Kyle, to program or to play video games. It is a habit. Even when you don't feel like playing, you have to play. Laura.
Yes, teacher.
What's your hobby?
I'm not sure.
Oh, you have not yet discovered yourself.
I've not yet chosen one.
Please do. Raj, what is your hobby?
Sorry,
What is your hobby?
my hobby is to play football.
Football. Okay. So do you realize that even when you don't want to play, you find yourself playing?
Yes,
Okay. So that is what was happening to Yokana. Even when he was not in good mood of calling people for help, he could call. So he had developed it to into a habit. Okay. Then
yes.
Laura, this is yours. Question 5.
Who used to help Yokana to chase away the lion?
Okay.
I think, can you please show me the part which shows where he used to help to chase the lion? People used to come and help Yokana to chase away the lion.
Okay, thank you. Kyle, do you agree?
I'm sorry, teacher. I could not hear properly because I have a noisy, because my siblings were talking. May you please repeat?
Laura, could you repeat for Kyle, please?
The question was, who used to help Yokana chase away the animals? The answer is, people used to help Yokana to chase away the lion.
I think it's not correct.
I agree with that, but I think it should be a little more specific because it can be any type of people.
Mm-hmm.
Like specifically which people?
Laura? Laura, do you have something to say about it?
Yes,
Raj?
yes, I have something to say.
Yes, please.
I think she could frame the answer a bit better, like saying the question is who used to help Yokana to chase away the lion. So I think she could say people of Buswai village used to help Yokana chase away the lion. To be a bit specific, as Kyle said.
Okay. Kyle, is that what you meant?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. That is very correct. People in Buswai village used to help Yokana to chase away the lion. Thank you. Okay, but was the lion in actual sense there or it wasn't?
It was not there.
Okay, thank you. Raj, question 6 is yours.
Yes. Why didn't the tiger attack Yokana? The tiger didn't attack Yokana because he was screaming and had a stick near him.
Okay, could you show me where you got your answer from? Kyle?
You can't hear. Yes.
Sorry, Raj, could you show me where you got your answer from? You can just read. Okay, is it where you say Yokana shouted for help as he usually did? Raj, could you speak, please?
Yes, I think there, then the point where I said he had a stick must be a bit in front. Maybe not in this paragraph.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Raj. Kyle,
Yes.
could you also attempt question 6?
Why didn't the tiger attack Yokana? I think the tiger did not attack him because he was probably running around, or maybe it's because he was screaming, and the tiger decided to go for the easier prey.
Okay, thank you. Laura? Laura? Esther, are you on? Esther? Laura, are you on?
Yes, but I'm still thinking.
Okay. Okay, just in this passage that we have just read, the tiger did not attack Yukana because it had a target, and that was the prey. And we all know how many animals it killed and the ones that it went with. So Yokana was scared, and so he ran away after calling for help, and people did not turn up. Yeah, so it means that the tiger did not attack Yokana because he ran away after calling people and no one came to his aid. Okay. Laura, question 7 is yours. Laura.
Yes.
Question 7, please.
What do you learn from Yokana's behavior? I learn never to tell lies from Yokana's behavior.
Okay, thank you. Kyle, what do you learn?
I've also learned I've also agreed with what Laura said, not to lie about stuff that's not true.
Okay, thank you. Raj, do you have a different lesson?
Yes.
Okay, please.
I learned from Yokana's behavior that serious jokes are not necessary.
Okay, serious jokes are not necessary. Okay, thank you. Esther? I don't know. Esther, you're on the call, but you're not saying anything. Could you at least send a message? Esther? Okay. Final question, Kyle.
Suggest a suitable title for this story.
For dear.
Kyle?
I'm thinking of a title.
Sorry?
I said I'm thinking of a title.
Okay.
Okay.
Should we go on or we wait for you? Laura? Laura?
So I have one ready.
Yes, please.
Yokana the naughty boy.
Yokana the naughty boy. Naughty is N-A-U-G-H-T-Y. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Yokana, the naughty boy. Could you send it in the chat? Laura and Kyle also send your answer to that question in the chat. Raj, could you mute? Okay, Kyle said the boy who cried help. Help is capital letters and in quotes with exclamation mark. Okay, Esther. Again, Esther is not on. Okay. Yokana, the naughty boy. Thank you. Okay. So those are the two that we already have. So Kyle. Kyle,
Yes.
could you explain your answer?
I wrote The Boy Who Cried Help because I've read a book like this, and the title of that book was The Boy Who Cried Wolf. It's exactly like this, but
Could you pardon the last word? The boy who did what?
The Boy Who Cried Wolf.
Wolf.
Yes, the wolf, the type of dog.
The wolf, the wild dog.
Yes.
Okay.
Because that story is exactly like this one. Yeah.
Okay,
So
why didn't you also say Yokana? Who shouted lion? Because he shouted lion also.
yes, he shouted lion, but if I only put The Boy Who Shouted Lion, then but there's already said in that story he cried for help, and there was a tiger. So he obviously had to say The Boy Who Cried. I mean, he obviously had to say help, a tiger.
Okay, thank you. Raj, could you explain your title?
Yeah, sure. Well, my title says Yokana the Naughty Boy. So, as you see in the story, it says Yokana always used to scream for help whenever it was not, even though it was not necessary. Now, when the time came when the tiger really attacked, nobody came to help. So, because of that naughtiness he did, is the reason why the tiger killed some of his animals. So that's why I say Yokana the Naughty Boy.
Okay, thank you. All the titles are correct. I thank you. So then I wouldn't wish to say I would go with this or the other, but all the titles are good. I thank you for that participation. Okay, then Raj, this is your question. Are we done? Let me see. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, we are done.
So we have this. Could you, Raj, read this, please? Activity 1.10.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Activity 1.10. Introduction to oral literature. Oral literature is literature that was expressed by word of mouth. Do you remember the traditional stories your grandparents, auntie, and mother used to tell you when you were young? They are a good example of oral literature. Share with your neighbor any of the stories that you recall and prepare to make a presentation to the class about one that you loved so much. In this chapter, you have learned language related to personal and family life. Write down your story on this topic.
Okay, thank you. So you are supposed to come for the next lesson with a story related to oral literature. Any story that you have ever heard from your parents, aunties, grandparents, and the others. So most times, if I can give you a clue, most of these stories were folk tales or fairy tales about beasts, about things of long time ago, maybe about why some animals, insects, or people behave in a way we see them do. Could someone tell me why do cocks crow every time it clocks an hour? Raj, could you
Sorry,
have an idea?
can you repeat the question, sir, please?
Could you be knowing the reason as to why a cock crows at every hour? Could you?
Sir, just once again, I have a really bad network here.
I'm saying, Raj,
Yes,
I'm saying, do you know the reason as to why a cock crows every hour?
some no, maybe for food or shelter, or maybe needs something. I really don't know.
Kyle, could you be knowing why?
I do not have the fact of why cocks crow in the morning,
Mm-hmm.
but but I was told a story that
Yes, could you tell us that story?
the story is that the cocks they're not really very smart, so they wake up earlier than everyone else and start making noise, thinking that they're going to wake up the sun so that it can go around the earth. And yes, that's the story. I summarized it.
Okay. Laura, welcome back.
Thanks.
Is it your bad network?
Yeah, it had my Wi-Fi had gone off.
Okay, so we are just looking at this, this activity 1.10. Could you be knowing any story about something, or maybe an insect, an animal, a human being, or even plants, why they behave the way they do currently? Could you be having any story in that regard?
I don't remember any.
Okay. So Kyle and Raj,
Yes,
I'll just tell you why I read a story that explains why the cock crows every hour. Yeah, are you listening to me?
yes,
So it is said that the cock was a house help for the son, and so the son used to like taking milk tea and smoking wind pipe, a smoking pipe. You know, smoking pipe.
yeah, kinda.
Kyle,
Yeah.
do you know smoking pipe?
Yes, they eat with tobacco.
Yes, that one. Laura, do you know it? Laura,
What did you say?
do you know a smoking pipe?
The smoking pipe. I've never
Yes.
seen one.
Okay, so now this son like to take to smoke tobacco in his smoking pipe, and also like to take milk tea. And so one day he requested his house help, that was cook, to give him his milk, and at the same time also requested to give him his smoking pipe. And so when cook was handing over the smoking pipe to the son, the smoking pipe slid through the son's hands and it fell down. And so the cock had to, rather the son forced the cock to fly from the skies and come down to pick the smoking pipe. But before the cock could set off, he told the son, my boss, the smoking pipe might have already been broken in 2 pieces, so it is useless for me to pick it. And so son insisted that cock should go and pick the smoking pipe. And so cock did. And when he came down, he found the smoking pipe had already broken into several pieces. So it feared to go back to the sky to tell the boss. And so it just had to shout out to inform the son that his boss that the smoking pipe had broken. And so that crawling you hear every hour is to inform the sun that his smoking pipe broke. And so that is the reason why cock cannot go back up in the sky. And it is the reason as why it cannot fly. So that is the story I read. I don't know, you may have read several stories about some behaviors of some animals, insects, or human beings. And so that is the significance of oral literature. Is that okay? Was I clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Laura, was I clear?
Yes.
I want to show Laura a smoking pipe. Laura, is my screen visible to you?
Yes.
Okay. Those, can you see this, the things on my screen? Those are the smoking pipes.
Yes, sir.
Laura, could you see them?
Yes.
Okay, those are the ones.
How do they work?
You put in tobacco and you start smoking. You can see this guy here. Can you see this guy?
Yes.
Yeah, that's what you put. You just break tobacco, put in here, like here. Then you put in fire and you start smoking. I'm not saying. Okay, let's get back here. So this, please take this seriously. This is the activity of integration. Here, please do it and send it on the site, only on the site. This is the activity of integration. Kyle, could you read, please? Kyle.
Activity of integration. The head teacher, Nakatuke Secondary School, has instructed the editor of school magazines to ask all the senior one students to write articles about their families in preparation for the school family day celebration. A, write a magazine article about your family using present tense, personal pronouns, and abstract nouns. Learn this in chapter. Include your personal family tree, starting with your great-grandparents. Include their names. Describe the responsibilities of the members of your family and how one of them helps in ensuring that there is no conflict in the home.
Yeah. I wish to confirm, Raj, do you have this document with you? Raj? Raj?
Yes.
Do you have this document with you?
Which one?
This document we are reading from.
Yes.
Laura, do you have it? Laura?
Yes, teacher.
You have this document?
Yes.
Okay, please do that activity and only submit using the site. Is that okay? Is that okay to us all?
Yes, teacher, but I'm having problems with my site.
Yes.
The messages and opening the English course.
You are not opening the English course?
It cannot open. I called Teacher Kakuba and he said the site is having a problem.
You called Teacher Kakuru?
Yes, Teacher Kakuru.
No, I'm Teacher Kakuba.
Sorry, I meant to say Teacher Kakuru.
Okay. Okay, I will tell him to work on your problem. Maybe you can also send him a message on WhatsApp, but or email also. I'll also tell him so.
Teacher, I already talked to him. He said that it's not only me. There are the other students that have the same problem.
Okay. Okay, once the site gets back to normal, please send me that work. And I wish to also receive the work of the previous days. As you can see, this activity of integration also integrates all the other activities that we have been doing. So in case you have not submitted any of the activities that we have been doing, please do. I mark them, then you submit in the activity of integration, if that is okay. So with that, if you have any question, please, you can ask.
Okay, teacher.
Yes, please.
Didn't we all do the family tree activity?
Yes,
Didn't we all do the family tree activity?
you did it.
Yes, but why? May I ask why it's still in the activity of integration?
Yeah, it is. Because in here, as you can see, all those three sub questions, we all did them. So that one is write a magazine article about your family using the present tense, writing about your family or introducing yourself. We did that. Include your personal family tree, starting with your great grandparents, include their names. So you also did that. So now here I need only one article. So here what I will be marking is the article. Do you have the idea about the article? So if you write a very good article, that's what I base on. So long as it also has content. So the other one we used to do is that just you draw a family tree and submit. You just introduce yourself and write you and send. You just write a summary, you send. But here it is integrated. All of them are together, but you are writing one article that is supposed to be to feature in a school magazine. Is that clear, Kyle?
Yes.
Okay. Laura and Raj, do you have any question?
No.
Okay, I wish you a blessed evening. Go in for geography. Nice time, please.
The classes are still on.
See you in geography class.